We should ask a social scientist. Hey, maybe we could find one at the home of the first American sociology education department at the University of Chicago. Hey, wait a minute. Isn't that where the president used to teach about Saul Alinsky? Oh, my goodness. It is. What a wild coincidence. Fast forward to today. We have the studies telling all of our kids, hey, we're all winners here. You're a winner. Thomas Jefferson believed in a meritocracy. That's why the people came over here. This is why our government was completely different. You weren't born into it. You weren't like a Kennedy or a Bush. Well, I'm the next one to serve. By golly, look at me. I'm so handsome and I'm a Kennedy. No. You actually had to do something. You were awarded a position or a job based on merit, if you were qualified, if you deserved it. Not because of your name, not because of your position, not because you just showed up. Progressives coddle kids. They're destroying the fabric of what Thomas Jefferson called the meritocracy. When those kids are finally ready to enter the workforce, are they ready to compete? Oh, I know they're ready to receive. The Wall Street Journal reported on how the trophy kids are now entering the workforce. 85% of hiring managers said they have a stronger sense of entitlement than older workers. No. Without having worked a single minute as a professional, they entered the workforce arrogantly demanding, according to the Wall Street Journal, higher pay, flexible work schedules, corner offices, a promotion within a year, and more vacation time. Let me ask you something. Does that sound like anybody you want to hire at your business? Again, I go back to the beginning. Maybe I'm just becoming my grandfather, but if somebody would have come in for an interview at my company demanding those things, I'd say to them, get the hell out of my office. And, in fact, I have done that very thing. Maybe that's why my company is successful and why the post office stinks on ice. So not only are we crippling our children, now our government is using them. We have politicians and leaders going behind our backs and telling them, you're smarter, you know better than your parents. The world can be a better place. You just have to convince your stupid mom and dad. There's a villain in this movie. In America, it's you, the parents. Progressives are pitting the youth of America against the old. Do you remember this from Time magazine? I pointed it out, I think, last fall. The angry 20-something who wrote this. I'm sick and tired of living in an abyss created by our elders' stupidity. Obama would be smart to focus on college towns. Step aside, Grandma. We want our health care, and we want it now. We want it now. You can hear the arrogance and complete disdain for the elderly, if you can even call somebody who's 65 elderly. You can hear it in Meghan McCain. Let me play it again for you.
And I'm sorry, revolutions start with young people, not with 65-year-old people talking about literacy tests and people who can't say the word vote in English.
This is the daughter of a senator, a candidate for president, who, by the way, I believe he's over 65 years old. Megan, how's your dad feel about this? That's between you and your dad. I don't have a problem with your dad. I don't have a problem with you. But I got to tell you, these progressives, it's the same old story over and over again. I think, that people like him are stupid. So what's the big deal? Well, let me show you. This is the Complete Lives system. Do you remember this chart? It was from Rahm Emanuel's brother. He's a doctor. He advises the White House. He was showing what would happen if there was a shortage of medical supplies. This is where the whole death, what do they call those, the death panels? That's where this all came from. It would never happen under universal health care. No. We'll never have a shortage of money or anything like that. But these were how you make the tough decisions. If you're 3 years old, you get a minimal amount of money for your health care. If you're 20, you're starting to get up in the maximum. 30 and 40, you're up here. Oh, but 40, you're kind of starting to be a little dummy. You're starting to outlive your usefulness. By the time you're 50 and 60, you're trailing down. 70 and 80, you're out of luck, Jack. It's the Complete Lives system. But don't worry, only this will happen if there's an emergency. So I'm sure, I mean, there's not enough medicine to go around, but who gets it? You know? Well, good thing we don't have an economic crisis coming our way or anything like that where we'd have to make these decisions. And it's a good thing that the 20-somethings, the trophy kids, that they don't think that, they could never be convinced that, well, Grandpa, he was part of the problem. It wouldn't be someone like Meghan McCain that would make a case like, you had your shot. You were like 25 once. It's my turn for health care, old man. That's what this is going to turn into. God help us all. Remember, this isn't some professor saying it. They are saying it. But now we have the President of the United States in full-fledged campaign mode. The Nobel Prize-winning former Vice President and climate god in full campaign mode. All of these people teaching you or teaching your children that they are superior to you. Oh my gosh. I don't think this is going to work out so well. Crazy, right? Crazy. Let me show you the reaction of a college crowd when former Obama advisor Robert Reich brought up a similar subject. He was saying, we're going to have a hard time paying for things. So what should our politicians tell people if they were going to be honest? And listen to how our selfless kids responded.
We are going to have to, if you're very old, we're not going to give you all that technology and all those drugs for the last couple of years of your life to keep you maybe going for another couple of months. It's too expensive, so we're going to let you die.
Maybe I'm just turning into my grandfather. Maybe I am the grumpy old man. But I think Meghan McCain is right. Revolutions are started by the youth. I just think that some aging 60s radical hippies know that as well. Back in a minute. We're in Los Angeles, California, and I mean, I've got a story for you today that'll show you how stupid Hollywood really is, coming up in a minute you don't want to miss. But let me go to Michelle Obama. She has launched her obesity campaign. She has now used her daughters as examples of two kids whose BMI, I mean, look at these kids, whose body mass index is now too high. Do they look like they're fat at all? So now she's going all out to have government limit the food choices available at our kids' school, to make sure that grocery stores pop up in what they're calling, and I'm not kidding you, food deserts. There's no salad bars, it's a food desert. They're going to put the grocery stores instead of fast food businesses. They'll limit what we can watch on TV, what ads we can run, and how long we can watch. No doubt we'll start mandating certain kind of activities as part of this wonderful government campaign. It's all the fault of big business, you know. Well, and the media. And, well, McDonald's as well, right? McDonald's and cereal companies, they shouldn't be able to advertise because, I mean, parents are powerless when we see our kids watching television. We don't know what to do. Our kids turn around and say, I want that. What to do? What to do? Should we just say, no, can't have it? No, we can't do that. We should alter their food choices available at schools and private businesses like McDonald's, because we as parents are too stupid or too powerless to know that what McDonald's serves, I heard this the other day, it's not health food. I thought I was in a spa. Here we go again, with progressives blaming everybody else for the problems that they created. It was their policies that started this madness in the first place. Oh, our kids can't go outside and play dodgeball. Someone might get hurt. And they'll get back up again. No. Kickball? Kickball? Somebody once got hit in the face. They had an owie for a while. And we must eliminate these jungle gyms from our playgrounds because someone could fall on the ground and crack their head wide open. If you don't install a 2.5-foot piece of foam rubber under the jungle gym, it must be removed. I am sick and tired of the progressives in this government trying to dictate how to raise your kids. We all went down and fell down as kids and went, ow, we got over it. Michelle Obama was even asked this question during an interview on ABC this week. Watch how she answered it.
It's very ambitious, and this is something I know that you are intent in seeing through. Mm-hmm. There are some people that say, I don't want anyone telling me what I should or should not
Absolutely.
eat.
Absolutely.
And they feel that it is personal responsibility, and the government should not have a role. How do you respond to that?
I completely agree. There is no expert on this planet who says that the government telling people what to do actually does any good with this issue. I completely agree. This is going to require an effort on everyone's part. So we have to have a tailored approach to this. We want to get parents information so that they can make good decisions.